Okay, 66 live out of 218 registered. So a little bit about how this call is going to go. We're going to get started in just one more minute. Is that we'll start by sharing a little grounding together, and then an exploration around what it means to be in community, what it means to come together and really work together to create change, both inside of ourselves and in the world, in our local communities and our global communities. And I have a video I am so excited to share with you. It's the silliest, funnest video ever that I'll be sharing with you in a minute, and a poem. And we want to have good balance with everything. And a poll that I made that we'll see if it works. I'm kind of testing this new form out of the webinar jam, so we'll see if the poll works. And then I want to share some of the things that are coming up and get some opinions from each of you. So now we have 70 live out of 218 registered. 3 a.m. greetings. Julie, I love that you are up at 3 a.m. watching this from South Africa. Welcome. And welcome to our Australians as well, because I know you're up late. Hey, all, working on a ship currently at the dock in Seattle, Washington. Welcome, Amanda. I think this is my first ship person. I love it. Texas, Mountain View, Alberta, Chesapeake, hey, Janine. Perfect. Okay, sweethearts. So if you have questions while things are going on, my sister Christy, waving to Christy, who's in the next room, is helping with questions, and we'll be posting links and other things as well. So if you need anything, you can always chat and ask her. And here we go. Let's start with a little grounding. So I want to welcome all of you to Warrior Goddess Wisdom, moving into a new paradigm. We're going to talk about what is a paradigm. What's the old paradigm that we're moving out of? What's the new paradigm that we're shifting into? And how we can learn to support each other and be supported. How to give our gifts and also how to receive. And lots of other fun stuff. So go ahead and start by closing your eyes. Let's gather our tribe together. And with your eyes closed, take a big breath into your belly. Big breath into your belly. Let your belly get soft and expand. And as you exhale, exhale and really let go of your day. So make a sound. So again, big inhalation. And then as you exhale, really let go. One more time. Big inhalation. And exhale. Beautiful. And I want you to imagine yourself out someplace beautiful in nature. Maybe someplace you've been many, many times, or someplace you've never been, but that you've always wanted to go. Imagine yourself in this beautiful natural spot. And that with you are women that love you. Some that you know, some that you don't know. Let's imagine there's a bunch of strangers. That everyone that's on this call, that everyone who's registered for this call, let's expand it, that everyone who's read Warrior Goddess Training, for any woman who's wanting transformation and change, let's call all of these women in. And imagine this incredible, beautiful party of all these women that are totally being themselves, that are bringing their radiant, light, love, fun, silly, awkward, gawky, all of it to this place. And that as you walk, you can see so many manifestations of the divine feminine. So many manifestations of warrior women, and so many manifestations of goddess women. And that you feel your heart wide open. And that you know that you're part of a movement. You're part of something that's greater than you. And that this movement, this inner revolution, brings out the best in all of us. And imagine that you feel so comfortable in this place that you can walk up to any woman and say hello. and be greeted and be welcomed. Imagine that everywhere you go, that women recognize you, say hello, stay present with you as you say hello back to them. And that all of us are so grateful to be together. That there's no comparison, that there's no competitiveness, that there's no judgment. That in this place, there's unconditional acceptance, there's deep respect for our differences, there's celebration of our diversity, and there's joy. This is the new paradigm of women working together, of women celebrating each other, of women stretching their hand out to help our sisters, and also where we receive help, support, guidance, friendship, love. So imagine that you can breathe in and breathe this feeling into your being so that it settles in your being. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and be present here. Welcome. As women, we have this amazing opportunity right now to reclaim ourselves fully, to step into our radiant power, to speak our truth, to make clear boundaries, to claim our lives, and to shift away from an old paradigm that many of us have been locked in for a long time. And I see this as like we're shedding our skins. We're learning how to expand. And the way that snakes shed is that they get bigger, and then that old skin has to go. And that as warrior goddesses, that's what we're in the process of right now, is shedding the old skins. And sometimes there's places where they're sticky. Sometimes it's easy to slide out of that old. But that old paradigm are the places we judge ourselves, we compare, we are in self-doubt, we go into fears. And not as a momentary, I have fear, because that's different, but that place of we're afraid of everything. Not that momentary or that place where we are vulnerable sometimes, which is so beautiful, but the place that we lived in victimization and make everything everybody else's fault. Not the places that we have anger and that we're expressing that anger to clear the past or to make clarity in the present, but the places we're in judgment towards everyone around us and towards ourselves. We're not here to be perfect. We're not here to do it right. We're not here to be good. We're here to find out who we really are and what our expression in the world is, what our gifts are. And to bring all of us, our awkwardness, our gawkiness, our fear, our struggles, and our beauty forward. And to really be received within community. I love community so much because I know that it's the place that we grow the most when we feel supported, especially as women. We've been coming together in circles for thousands and thousands of years as women. And there's something so primal about the circle, about knowing that we're supported, of being seen. We so crave being seen. And that's the new paradigm. It's so funny, in a way, the old paradigm is the new paradigm, because the old paradigm was women getting together in circles, and the new paradigm is women getting together in circles and really supporting each other and stepping out of the places that we're trying to be something that we're not, the places that we're trying to be different, the places that we're clinging to the past or thinking we should be a different way in the future, so that we can come home. That, for me, is the goal, is the key, is the beauty, is that place of coming home. And it doesn't matter, sweethearts, what your life is like on the outside. So if you have a difficult work situation, if you are struggling with your family, if you have health issues, if you are wanting to be in a relationship that you're not, or you're not wanting to be in a relationship that you are, whatever the external situation or circumstances of your life right now, in a way, they don't matter. Because what matters is coming home to you, coming back to yourself. So that regardless of what's happening out here, that we are able to talk to ourselves from a place of love, that we're able to support ourselves internally, that we're able to say, yes, I can do this, even if we're afraid. And that we're really dedicated to coming home to ourselves and finding tribe, finding community, finding friends, finding a safe haven of people that want to know who we are, that want to see the truth, the realness, the underneath everythingness of who we are. That's vital. And so that's why I'm calling the tribe together. And I get so excited. There's so much cool stuff. So for me, the Warrior Goddess Tribe is any woman who's ready and really, yes, full on to wanting to commit to herself, to bringing forward her warrior, her commitment, clarity, 100% yes in the world. And the energy that I bring together with warrior is this, many of you see me do this. That's the warrior. Yes, I'm in. And that is also excited about bringing the goddess forward, about bringing that sense of play and joy and freedom and love and creativity and curiosity, and gathering the circles together and letting the energy of the goddess ripple back out into the world. We've been under a very patriarchal, male-oriented society. And we're now coming back into balance of bringing the goddess, bringing the divine feminine back onto the scene. She's always been here, but there's a way that we've been hiding. So now we're coming forward. And so the goddess needs us. We need to be the goddesses that we are and to be the warriors that we are in order to create this shift on the planet. And for me, this tribe that is coming together is about greater healing. It's about healing each of us individually. And then as we get empowered to then look and say, okay, how can we help? And me by myself helping, I can do so much. But a group of us together saying, all right, where do we want to put our focus and energy now? We can make huge change. I just heard this great story today of there was some really bad flooding in Wimberley where I used to live, really beautiful town. And a lot of homes were destroyed. And there's a woman there whose home was destroyed, but she didn't want to get rid of anything. She was keeping everything. There's black mold on the walls, and she's still saying, no, you can't have any of this. And a group came by, this Good Samaritan group, and within a half a day, they had helped her. They talked to her and worked it out with her. They helped her move everything out of her house, tear the walls up to get all the mold out, pull out all the insulation. They'd totally done this tremendous amount of work in a half a day. And having helped some of the flood victims, I know how intense it was to wade through the mud and the mold and stuff to create the cleaning. And it just inspired me so much. I'm like, right, what if a group of us, warrior goddesses, said, all right, let's get together and end poverty. I'd love to start there. Or let's get together and build a house for someone. Or let's get together and be in service of this way. And that we're doing it from fullness. We're not doing it because we don't feel like we're enough or because we feel like we have to save somebody else. We're doing it because we've saved ourselves, because we're full, and because we're so overflowing with energy and enthusiasm and yes, that we want to give back. That's the tribe that I want to create, that I want to be part of, that I want you to be part of with me. And the movement it's already happening. The ball is rolling in such a beautiful way. I was on the website yesterday on Amazon.com, and Warrior Goddess Training has been on the Amazon 2 bestseller list, Shamanism and Goddesses, for 10, oh my gosh, almost 12 months now, because the book came out September last year. So it's almost been on the 2 bestsellers for 12 months, 1 year, and it continues to ripple out in so many beautiful ways. There's book clubs all over the country and all over the world now. There's local circles getting together. There are more books coming. So the companion book comes out next month, which will help to stabilize and deepen the community even more, because there's a lot of beautiful exercises in it. But really, all of us get to now decide, how do we want to create this movement? What do we want to do with it? What do we want to become? And I want to share this video because it's such a beautiful share around how movements happen. And it's really silly and fun. So let's see if I can do this. This is going to be fun. I've never done a pop-in video before, but here we go. Select video, the first follower. So the video is called The First Follower. Let's see if it works. Load. It's a 3-minute video. So hang in with me as we watch.
To see the followers, because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of.
Awesome. Okay, I hope you can see part of that because it's such a fun video. But here's the key to that video, is that it started with one person, and we all can create our own movements and our own world, right? It started with one person taking a risk to go out and say, I want to express, I want to love, I want to dance, I want to play. And then somebody follows. Somebody says, I want to play too. That looks like fun. I'm in. And goes. And then slowly, I don't know if you got to see the whole video, but what happens is that there's like 2 or 3 people, and then there's 6, and they're all enjoying themselves. And suddenly there's a tipping point where people start pouring in because they feel the energy. They feel the, yes, I want to be part of this. And that's what I feel is happening with the Warrior Goddess movement right now, is that the book is really the leader. And that people are now moving and coming in around the book and getting excited, and that we're at a place where we're getting really close to it being a tipping point. My dream is that there are so many women that are reading Warrior Goddess Training and sharing it with their friends, that there's a whole transformation in how women are in the world, that we find that centered warrior place, that we find our voice, that we find our clarity, that we all become leaders, that we find our goddess place, that we open, that we receive, that we're in joy, that we let go of stress and fear and not enoughness to really be in pleasure. And so I need your help. The movement needs your help. And we all need each other. So I'm going to read a poem and then share the poll that I have, and we'll see if how the poll works. And this is a Hafez poem that I'm slightly changing. So here's the poem. The small woman builds cages for everyone she knows, while the sage, or the warrior goddess, who has to duck her head when the moon is low, keeps dropping keys all night long for the beautiful, rowdy prisoners. So those beautiful, rowdy prisoners are the women in our world, whether we know them or not, that are looking for something, that want to get out of their own jail. We're already free, and now we want to start dropping keys to help other women. And I want to share a quick story that my dear friend Janine, who's on this broadcast, hi Janine, shared with me, which I'll post this in a blog. And this is the short version of it, but she went to the bank, and at the bank started talking to the woman that was there, found out that the woman read the 4 agreements, started talking to her about Warrior Goddess, getting all excited, and ended up later bringing a copy of Warrior Goddess back to her. And I just love that story. You just never know where you're going to find your tribe, where you're going to find a woman that says, I'm looking for something, or you feel like there's a sisterhood, or there's, I can drop a key here. And there's so many ways to drop keys to the rowdy prisoners. With your smile, with your voice, by handing a book over, by inviting them to join the tribe. And part of inviting others to join the tribe is to just be yourself fully, 100%, because who doesn't love someone that's themselves? And it's like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? What's all that joy about? I want some of that. People will start to be magnetized towards you. It's just natural. It's what we're all looking for. It's that place of ripening that I've been teaching about lately, that the places that we're not ripe, that we're wanting to be more open, more present, more loving, more compassionate, that if we find other people that are ripe in those areas and we just hang out with them, then we get more ripe. We start embodying those qualities more and more. So here's the poll. Tell me what you think. And let's see if this poll, let's start the poll. Hopefully it lets you do multiple things. So if you can go ahead and flip off into poll and click on one or many. So pick your favorite one and click on it. I started, go. And if you can do multiple, do multiple. Not sure if I set it up properly, but I am curious to see what you think. Look at this, the numbers keep changing, how beautiful. So we want to hear from you. I'm about to launch the companion book. I'm really feeling into what does the tribe need. I have working on a 26-day Warrior Goddess A to Z mini video series, which is going to be super fun. And I really want to hear from you about what would help connect the tribe, what would help bring us together. How do you want to be supported? And there's a lot of different ways. It may be that how you want to be connected is you just want to get emails every once in a while. And that's what excites you, is I just want emails and I want your blog posts, Heather Ash, and that's all I want. Just send me some cool stuff every once in a while and get me juiced up. Yay, I love that. It may be that you want to stay connected with the Facebook, and that's how you're connecting, is those posts that come up from the Facebook. So I want to share, we'll go through the rest of the poll, but I want to share for a moment about the Facebook poll. Where is my Facebook? Yes, what we have nowadays. And look, I can share my screen. Check this out. So we have this new Facebook page that just started. It's a Warrior Goddess Tribe, and it's a group. So we also have Warrior Goddess Women and Warrior Goddess Training, which there's much inspiration happening. This one's different. It's a group so that we can share our stories, images, thoughts, and dreams. So if you haven't joined the Warrior Goddess Tribe, Christy, if you can post that link in the chat, that would be awesome. And I'm posting things that I think you'll be interested in. We're posting things like that. And then I love this. What are you passionate about? We're then also writing to each other, sharing what we're passionate about, sharing what we're excited about. So there's a lot of things going on this page that will help us to connect with each other. And you're welcome to share what you love. So women, there's Carrie sharing something she loves. So join the Warrior Goddess Tribe in that way. So then you can also take a class. So I'm doing some live classes right now, which are beautiful and so powerful. I'll share about that in a moment, as well as an online program that's starting in October, which is a 9-month program, very, very powerful. I'll be sharing more about that in a little bit too. You can also be part of a local circle. So what I'm looking to do with the movement is to train women that want to be leaders that will then create local circles, because there's really nothing like a local circle. The online work is brilliant and really helpful and will give you a huge foundation. And I always say, if you can have a local circle, that's so powerful. So that's why I started the Warrior Goddess Facilitator Training, is to start training women to be leaders. And to be leaders in a way where we're really followers, where we're really listening to what's the pulse, what's the heart of what women need right now. And so 28% of you said you wanted to be part of a local circle, 34% of you to be a leader and a facilitator. Yay. So I want to talk a little bit about women's leadership and what that means. It means that we're willing to do our own work first. So the way that I train teachers, leaders, facilitators is around using teaching and facilitating as our spiritual path. Because really, there's nothing like putting yourself out in the world to bring your stuff up. And what I've seen in some cases is the temptation when we get more public, or when we're leading, when we're facilitating, when we're guiding, is we start then thinking, oh, right, I'm supposed to be perfect, I'm supposed to be a role model, so therefore all this shadow stuff I don't like about myself and all the ways I don't think I'm perfect, I'm just going to shove it down and try and be a good leader. Okay, everyone follow me. And so we become inauthentic because we're trying to be something that we're not. So real leadership, being a real facilitator, for me, from a warrior goddess point of view, is bringing all of us forward and learning to love every single part of ourselves. The part of us that's doubtful, that's in fear, that's scared. We embrace all of ourselves. And in that embracing of all of ourselves, we embrace everybody else. And there is magic that happens because people feel you are real, you are here, you're with me. We're all on this journey together, all of us. And so being a leader isn't about being better than. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having finished something so now you have graduated. It's really about becoming more of who you are and using being in groups and facilitating as part of your path. It's a really beautiful, beautiful path. So I'm glad that there are many of you that are interested in this path. So I'm going to end the poll now. Come back to the room. Yes, and I love, so part of the facilitator training that is being launched right now, we have, the program is over half full already, and we have a woman from South Africa, Julie, who is on our call, a woman from Australia, Robin, who is going to be doing Warrior Goddess in Australia. We have a lot of women from the United States, from Canada. So it's really exciting that we'll be able to create these local circles and that women will get supported in how to be the best facilitators and leaders that they can be from the point of view of the divine feminine, from the point of view of holding a container that brings all of us. Yeah, Tamlin wrote, yep, allowing shadow side, honoring it while a leader is a different thing for me to do. It is, because we've been so trained from the old paradigm. Being a leader means we're untouchable, we're perfect, we're on a pedestal. Very different than the way that the Warrior Goddess leadership team is going to be taught. Because that's an old model, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't nourish us. What nourishes us is realness, is rawness, is inspiration, is going through the process together. So Kim has a goddess empowerment group in women starting in South Carolina. So great. It is time for this. Yeah, it's very good. Okay, sweet ones. So a couple things else that I want to share, but first I want to open, leading through serving and being transparent. Exactly, that is it. And there's a lot of things that I've learned about leadership and about facilitating and guiding over the years. I've been teaching now for 30 years, believe it or not. And I'm saying that to myself, believe it or not. And over that time, I've really learned what works, what doesn't work. So as part of the facilitator training, there'll be a lot of guidance and support of the places I've made mistakes or things that I've learned as I've gone through. Cheryl's starting a group in November, love that. So let's share. I love not having to set a good example. It's what drew me to you. The authenticity shines. Yeah, it's not about being something that you're not. And that's what makes us crazy, right? Okay, I'm going to be a facilitator, but I'm going to be something that I'm not in order to facilitate this. Now, there's ways that we can bring the information forward in a really deep way that will benefit many, many people along with being who we are, being real. And I really know that's what we're craving. My first teacher, my second teacher really, but my first real teacher that I apprenticed with, Cara Dwin, remember seeing her at a conference, and within 5 minutes I was like, I want to be her. Like she was this incredible model for me of what I saw was possible. And she was real, she was gawky in her own way, she was funny, she was loving, and I knew that's what I wanted. Within 5 minutes, and I followed her and I helped her start an apprenticeship program by saying, I want to be your student. And she was like, okay. So when people feel that energy radiating through you, they're drawn to it. And suddenly you have tribe, you have community. It's really beautiful. Good. Michelle had her first Warrior Goddess book club meeting last month, and it was about listening. I love it. How exciting, so timely. A new Warrior Goddess friend posted this talk to a Warrior Goddess group I just started 2 days ago. Beautiful. Perfect. And we're going to have fun. That's the whole thing, too, is that enough of this seriousness, I must be perfect. Let's just be ourselves and have fun and invite other women, just like that video. That's why I love that video, is that there's this total gawky man dancing, doing his thing, and then somebody goes, well, I'm gonna join. And he says, yeah, come on, join, it's fun. And then suddenly there's people coming. It's so great. Okay, so let me share with you around the facilitator training. Okay, so first Serena has a question. Would you recommend doing the Firewalk training and 2-week program in Mexico before or after doing facilitator training? Oh, that's such a hard question. So I do a couple different leadership things. One is the Firewalk training, a training to train Firewalk facilitators in Mexico that happens in July. And so that's a week-long, really intense, really beautiful training. So Serena's question is, should I do that first or should I do the facilitator training first? I don't know, they're both so good. So I would say, Serena, that really is up to you about what your goal, what your mission is right now, what you feel most called to. I will be repeating the facilitator training again, so this isn't the last time, though this is the first time, so it's gonna be super exciting. So just depends on where your energy is. Christine, I'm trying to turn my drumming group to a warrior goddess circle. I love it. Why not? Greta Ann, I'm starting to learn to let go and have fun. Yeah. April, so much to share to you since we were last together, Heather Ash. Oh, good. April, I look forward to it. Please email me. And if any of you have ideas, have visions, have a, ooh, let's do this, please know this is our tribe. The Warrior Goddess movement isn't about just one person. It's about all of us coming together. And so I so welcome your ideas, your visions, and your help. So if you have skills that you can bring forward that you want to offer, please let us know. And you can email us at heatherash@tosi.org or christy@tosi.org. And we can use help. There's a lot happening right now. I think did I do that other poll? Let me check on this really quick. No, I didn't. Okay. Maybe I did. Okay, that's good. So any ideas you have, bring them on. Any ways that you want to help or be part, bring it on. I'd love to see it. Okay, sweet ones, let me share with you about the program that are coming up. So one, let me share my screen. And then we're going to leave time at the end for questions. There's the tribe. And okay, something that's coming up. I'm so proud of this. So I have created a 9-month program. It's an online program that goes week by week through different topics. So every month there is a chapter of the book, and then within that month, every week there's a teaching. And this is this week's teaching, so I want to share with you. The next Warrior Goddess training will start in October. And we have video that's part of it. There's lots of writings. This week was around vulnerability and the shadow and around affirmation. And you can do it at your own pace. And you'll have live calls with me. So that's just a little seed for those of you that are maybe in remote areas or that are wanting to go deeper with the work. This is a beautiful way to do it. Then there's also the facilitator training, which is coming up. And as I said, it's already over half full, and it starts next Wednesday and runs for 7 weeks. It's a certification program. So at the end of this program, you will be certified to be a Warrior Goddess Facilitator Training, which means that you will have access to logos, to templates, to the website, all sorts of ways to help promote you as a facilitator training and being certified. And you'll be able to empower women and live from the heart of your beautiful self. So this is a dynamic, sacred leadership and soul-centered service for women. And it's really for everyone. So if you're a teacher already, if you're a coach already, if you're wanting to expand what you already do, it's a great way to do it. If you're not a guide or a teacher now, but you want to give back, you have that urge, you have that desire, then this program's for you as well. Because you'll learn tools for how to hold circles, how to call your tribe to you, how to work with difficult situations, how to ask good questions. There'll be a lot of work with both the energy of being a facilitator as well as the structure of exactly what to teach. The cool thing about this program is that you're going to get a structure that you can then modify depending on what you want to do, but you'll have a really strong base and foundation. So if you want to foster supportive, aware women's community and you're ready for the next step of your development and growth, then you can become a trainer. And becoming a Warrior Goddess leader can lead to earning a living as you live your highest purpose. And isn't that what all of us want? Is to do what we love and be able to support ourselves and give our gifts fully. The Warrior Goddess Facilitator Training is a journey. It's a 7-week journey. And in that journey, There's an online part and there is a live part. So for some of the women, like my Australia, my beautiful Julie, South Africa is probably coming to the January training. But if you can't make the live training, we can work that out with you. But really, you are needed. And during this training, you're going to learn so many different tools that'll change your life and change the life of the women around you. So again, I don't care if you have been teaching, leading, facilitating for many, many years, or if you're brand new, it's a new idea, you're excited about it. If you have the inspiration, if you have the yes in your being, then it's time. Don't hold back. There's a limited amount of spots in this first training, and we're going to create a very strong tribe, a very strong community with each other. And in that community, there'll be 30 women going through the journey together. And in that community, you'll be learning cutting-edge learning techniques, ritual and transformational experiential group processes. It's not just about learning how to regurgitate information or share. It's about embodying it in such a way that you can lead ceremony, that you can lead experiences that people will take into their bodies, not just their minds, but into their bodies that will help them to change. There'll be tools for how to stay grounded and present, energetic techniques around creating sacred healing circles. There'll be a map. So you'll learn a 4-part class that you can offer, as well as a 1-day workshop. And the 1-day workshop is one of my favorite things that we do. It's an incredible day of transformation. And so you'll learn how to do that, how to offer that. There's a little video if you want to learn more about it. I just want to give the overview. So we start next Wednesday, September 9th. And then there's a live intensive in October or January. As part of the training, you'll have 7 classes with me online by webcasts and conference calls. You'll also be able to interact with each other on our Warrior Goddess Facilitator site. And there's also an in-person Warrior Goddess Facilitator training if you can join us, inviting everyone to come. That's either in October with the upcoming Warrior Goddess Weekend or in January. A little bit more about that. You just flip here for a second. The Warrior Goddess Wisdom Weekend, so much fun. It's in Austin, Texas at the Arboretum, which is up north, and it includes a Firewalk. So in this weekend, it's so transformative. You'll come in one person and leave somebody different, somebody that's more authentic, present, happy, joyous, embodied. And as part of the facilitator training, you get to be part of the weekend. And so what we do with the facilitator training is that we go through the weekend together, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll take a break for lunch. And then Sunday in the afternoon, we'll come together Sunday and Monday and do the facilitator training. And then that's where I'll teach really hands-on experiential teaching. We'll get to spend 5 days together. What a gift is that? Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and do a Firewalk. So details, 7-hour-long classes via webcast and phone, 8 p.m. Central. 1 4-day retreat, starts Friday night, ends Monday afternoon. So we're spending 4 days together. And if you can't make either October or January, it's not a problem. Just email me and we're gonna make arrangements, special arrangements for you. So at the end of the training, you're gonna be certified and you'll get ongoing support from me. I know this about teaching, and especially teaching women's circles, is that when I first started teaching, whenever I took a training, I was able to pay that training back within usually a month or 2. And that is so true about this training as well. Within the first month or 2, you could pay back the training. That's amazing. And then also you're gonna get ongoing support. You'll be listed on the warriorgoddess.com page as a certified warrior goddess with your bio picture and contact information. You'll get more guidance and support from me. So it's a fabulous way to gift yourself and gift the women in your life. So the program itself is worth over $3,000 with all the things that I'll be bringing in. We're having a special offer of $1,200, or you can do 3 payments of $420. So Christy will post the link to this page so that you can go and sign up. And I also want to then open for questions that you have. So please share, what are your questions? What are you excited about? How does it feel? I've been like dancing around the house today. I couldn't get still because I've been so happy about, I can't wait to share this because it's such an amazing thing. So any questions, any thoughts? Yes, it's so surreal, says Serena, so raw. You know, sweethearts, if you feel the calling, I invite you to jump, because the time is now. There's a whole movement that is happening that's about to explode. Okay, it's already bigger than I thought it would ever be. And I can feel we're just at the beginning. So what's going to happen is this. So in April, I believe it is, there's going to be a launch of the Sounds True program that I did. It's a 12-part video series on Warrior Goddess training and Warrior Goddess meditations, which is so cool. We're going to have a meditation CD, girls. It's going to be incredible. That's going to launch April, and then also in July. They're going to do a huge launch for it. And what that means is that the teachings are going to go way out. They're going to go out much, much further than they are now. There's going to be more women that want to join this movement. And there's already a lot of women out there that have read the book that are looking for local circles. And so we need to have women that are anchors in different parts of the world, that we can then send women to you, that you can then start drawing these women to you. Yeah, it's already so way bigger than when, I mean, it is growing exponentially. I'm still in shock. I'm like, can you believe this? And it's just beginning. No, I was on the phone the other day with this woman, Chantal, who runs this program, really beautiful weekend called Empowered Women. And it's in San Francisco this year, and I really wanted to be part of it. And it's already full. She's like, oh, if I could get you in, I would totally get you in, but we're already full. But as we were talking, she hasn't even read the book. She's watched a couple videos. She's heard about the book. She knows that I did the program through Sounds True. And as we're on the phone, she's like, I have never seen anything like this. I was talking to her about the Facebook page, and she went and looked at it as we were talking. And she said, I've never seen anything like, how are you doing this? And I'm like, it's just happening. We have almost 160,000 women that are part of the Warrior Goddess Training Facebook page. It's just happening. And so I need you. The movement needs you. The women need you. The world needs you. Really. And what you'll get from the training will get you ready to be a role model, to be a guide, to be yourself, totally. And imagine how fun it will be to have local community around you, to support you, and also to support. To imagine being able to lead classes where every week women come together and go deeper with you. To do a one-day workshop where women that start in the beginning are completely different at the end. There is nothing more satisfying than watching women transform and knowing that you've been a little piece, a little seed of their transformation. So any questions that you have, ask them now. It's open. I'd love to answer any of your questions. So Elizabeth, I've been teaching boring technical classes at my job on and off for 25 years. I'm thrilled to be starting on a new journey where I can teach something I feel so passionate about. Yes, I love it too. I feel the calling and want to jump. I just can't do the financial. We already started a local circle. Awesome, Christine. Well, call us because I do have a couple scholarships. So if you email me, there are a couple scholarships available. So for those of you that the finances seem out of reach out to us. Oh, nice. So Julie's saying, I'm looking at starting a similar center to Tosi here in South Africa. It's called, I'm never going to be able to pronounce this, the Place of Bridges. Warrior Goddess is the launch pad. Beautiful. Awesome. That is great. Any other questions, concerns? And yes, the finances are high, but it's actually really inexpensive for what it is, for what you're going to get. And it's a chunk of money. So, I just love what Amber said. My reason for doing the facilitator program is because I have never had such a group of supported, comforting, nurturing women. I need to pass this on. Exactly. And you can pass it on. And so this investment in your education in order to become the best facilitator and leader that you can be, and to be branded and brought into the circle of the larger warrior goddess movement. There's always going to be women that are inspired and will teach out of the book. That's great. And the movement, the warrior goddess movement, we're branding the website. We're going to have a huge global reach. I'm going to be teaching you about marketing, outreach, different techniques around how to pull your tribe together. You'll be under an umbrella of the Warrior Goddess training book that will give you credibility. And you'll also feel confident knowing that you've gotten the best training that you can get, and that I'm totally behind you, that I'm totally supporting you. I'm seeing all these things go by. How soon is too soon? I feel ready, but I know there's more work to be done on the inside. Sweetie, there's always more work to be done. Guaranteed. I have way more work to be done on the inside. So that's what the training's about. It's teaching you how to be honest about where you are in your process and use that as part of your teaching so that you grow as you teach. So I really support you in not thinking I have to wait and get to a certain place and then I can be a facilitator. The facilitator training will teach you how to do both in a really honest, authentic way that will help you grow and help everybody around you grow. So there isn't a certain level that you need to be at. What I would say is that you want to be passionate, you want to be excited. That's the main ingredient. I'll give you the rest. I'll give you the guidance and the support and the structure. That's what my job is. Elizabeth, I've learned so much from you and want to be of service to other women and share the teachings with others. If I can get paid, maybe retirement from my mundane job is closer than I think. Why not? If you cannot take the first facilitator class, will there be another one? Yes. I will probably start the next training in January. So this will not be the only training, it's just the first. But I will probably do another training in January. If there's any way you can work it out to jump in now, I invite you to do it. Because the first energy, it's like the energy of the first followers, right? There's this core that we're going to create that will be really the heart of the Warrior Goddess movement. So I won't draw you in now. Come play with me. This is me dancing crazy. Come play. So I would love you to join the first circle. And if the first circle gets full, then we'll start a waiting list. And we'll pull people into January. Michelle, I'm going to pay with this soul system. It'll be investment for my business. Beautiful. And everyone, I'm going to be sharing more about Michelle's incredible Warrior Goddess spray that she created on the Facebook page soon, so look for it. Yeah, correction. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but I know this is my calling. Yes, you're ready. I need more physical healing before I can participate. Is there an online only option for now? Absolutely, Tamlin. So the 7-week training is all online from the comfort of your home. And then I'm also going to be recording the live classes. So for people that can't make it because of physical issues or distance issues or financial issues, then I will make those trainings available to you, and then we'll have consultation around that. So you can absolutely do the program online completely. Okay. Of course, I'd love your physical body here, but I understand if you can't make it. So please join. Hope you can. Rebecca, so excited to get started. All signed up and ready to go. Much gratitude for this call to raise my excitement level. Beautiful. I'm so glad you're coming, Rebecca. It will be so fun. Yeah, Amber, I agree. A Warrior Goddess Facilitator Retreat will be a great annual venture to share ideas, examples, etc. Yep. And that's the great thing, is that we're going to create a tribe within a tribe. So the Facilitator tribe, you'll then have access to other women to share, to explore, to ask questions, to share ideas. Beautiful. Christine, I'm going to start saving. Awesome. Yeah, January. And same with Greta Ann. And if you want to put your name on a waiting list now, let us know about January. Go ahead and email us. Super proud to be on the first for the lone nut. Yes. The lone nuts are so important, aren't they? Okay. Ladies, I'm not in position to start much training, but I'm hoping to use this to help me once I complete my holistic health coaching certification in March. Great. Beautiful, Amanda. Looking forward to seeing where this takes me. Congratulations. Tamlin, yes, it could absolutely be a vehicle for healing. If you're dealing with physical issues or just your own healing in any way, the training is very powerful, because it's going to refer you back to yourself over and over again, back to your healing, back to what do you need. That's really what it's about. More retreats. Yes, like our first weekend together, exactly. And we'll have the opportunity to come together either October and January, for those of you that can, to then anchor in the physicality of being with each other, celebrating with each other, of dancing with each other, of praying with each other, and of learning from each other. So I want to thank all of you that have been part of this movement, and all of you that are just joining. And one way that you can help that's real simple is that on the Warrior Goddess Tribe page, share your thoughts, comment to other women, share things that are interesting to you or important to you. Get the dialogue started, keep the dialogue going. And just support and ask for support. If you need support, ask. Good. So Christy wrote, if you want to be on the waiting list for January, email christy@tosi.org and we'll add you on. If you are interested in the training and want some extra encouragement or support or have a question, email me. I'm so happy to talk you through things. heatherash@tosi.org. And you can email me your question, and then we'll either have a call or I'll email you back. Ready, can't wait. I have a circle of women waiting in November, so I'd love to be better equipped to lead. That's great, Cheryl. And there are women waiting everywhere. There really are. I mean, I've been traveling, and everywhere I travel, they're like, is there a local circle? Is there a local? Not yet, it's coming. It's time. It's really time. Will the Warrior Goddess Workbook be on sale at the October event? Amber, what a good question. Yes! We're going to have the companion book at the October. And I'm going to do a launch party the week before online. So stay tuned for the launch. It looks like we're going to be able to launch the book. It'll be in stores September 21st. So, I mean, Equinox, yay. So we'll have an Equinox launch. I've healed so much already. Loves, do this for yourself. It's pure power. It's so true. Okay, my dears. I do hope we have the opportunity to meet each other soon, to be together. And thanks so much for joining me on this call. I really appreciate feeling the tribe coming together. And let's do one more thing. I know it's 9, but I want to do one more thing because I realize there's this little thing called requests where you can raise your hand. You guys see where that is? So will someone do me the favor of raise your hand so I can call on you? And as we're waiting for that, just thank you. And, you know, go, if you can, go find an extra copy of the book and go gift Warrior Goddess to somebody. A stranger, somebody that you feel like needs it. Pass it on. Let's let the movement continue to ripple out. I'm going to commit to doing that as well. I passed out 2 books this weekend. I'm going to pass out another one this week. So if you have the ability to get a book and to pass it on, do so. Or just share with somebody. And we also have these new fabulous business cards. So if you're in a place where you are around a lot of women that you want to share, call us and we'll send you some business cards. Hope that's okay, Christy. Okay, we have 5 requests. View. Okay, Eileen, I'm going to invite you on as a speaker. I don't know if this is just video or if it's just audio, but here we go. Let's try it. Invite a speaker. Converting you into a presenter. I don't know what that means, but here we go. Eileen's about to be converted into a presenter. Did it work? I don't know if it worked. She disappeared. Okay, let's try one more time. I'm going to invite Michelle to be a speaker. Invite a speaker. Converting. Thanks for hanging with me as I play with the technology. And doesn't look like it's working. So, okay, well, we'll play with that in a little bit. So for those of you that want to play with technology, stay afterwards. Oh wait, look, there's Michelle. It worked. Okay, Michelle, say something, sweetie.
Something.
Look, there you are. Oh my God, it worked.
Great.
That is so awesome. Waving to you, Michelle.
Hi.
Now I know it works. So everybody, this is Michelle. She creates Solace Myths, and she has created an incredible Warrior Goddess spray that I can't wait to share with each of you. There it is, Warrior Goddess. So it's coming your way soon. It's really awesome. So thanks, Michelle. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. That's so awesome. I don't know how that worked because it worked good.
I don't know how to turn it.
Each of you honor yourself for where you are now. And I want you to think about where you were 5 years ago, who you were 5 years ago, who you were 10 years ago, and how much has changed since then. The places that you've grown, the places that you've opened, the places that you've taken risks, the places that you've healed. Just honor yourself. Honor your journey. And know that there's a lot more freedom and play and excitement and service ahead of you. And that you're part of something greater than any of us. That we're part of something greater. And that new paradigm is the movement of women to create change so that we're living in a different world, one that is based in compassion, presence, love, acceptance, celebration. So welcome to the celebration. And let's dream together, sisters, tonight. Let's gather together in our dream time and open to what messages, what visions, what actions, what celebrations that we want to take together. And know that we are a powerful force of transformation. I love each of you so much, and I'm so grateful to be part of this wild, dancing, crazy party. Take good care. Again, if you have any questions around the training, heatherash@tosi.org. I would love to talk with you or answer any questions. Please register quickly because it is filling up and we will have a waiting list. And I'd love you to be part of the circle. Okay, beloved.